Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz meet tomorrow night in the 12 rounder. The winner is meant to fight Deontay Wilder should he get past Robert Helenius on October the 15th. Let's talk about that final press conference right here on BWTM Sports. Don't go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. Going to track you back a bit, and I think I was back at time just before Andy Ruiz was going to fight Anthony Joshua. And the reason why I know this information is because at the time, I was in pretty close contact with Abel Sanchez, and at the time, Abel Sanchez was training Andy Ruiz. And I was asking Abel, where's Andy? And he said, Andy's no longer in the gym. He's with his dad on a construction site. And he just got fed up of people within the media talking about his weight and how big he is, okay, and how fat he is, and he doesn't look like he trains, okay. So that Andy Ruiz took it to heart, and he kind of fell out of love with boxing. Then he came back into boxing with this fight with Anthony Joshua, yeah. And I warned people on the day of the fight, the night of the fight between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, I said, watch this guy, Andy Ruiz. He's going to come in and he's got that left hook. And when Anthony Joshua throws, that's when he will let that left hook go. And that will be the beginning of the end of Anthony Joshua. And as I said it, I spoke it, it came to pass. Andy Ruiz, then you watch him in the rematch, he was grossly out of shape. And anybody who listened to me for that one as well also knew that I met somebody from DAZN, very, very high up at DAZN, and said, we will get those belts back. Don't you worry about that. Those belts are coming back home. And yeah, the belts came home. So now Andy Ruiz, again, in the fight against Chris Arreola, what did he do? He went about trying to lose weight, make himself look slimmer, so as to, impress the media. Got knocked down twice by Arreola, Andy Ruiz, and almost, he looked in a bad way. He didn't look the same durable guy. So here we go again. We are now, in a situation where Andy Ruiz is now about to fight Luis Ortiz. So I wanted to hear what Andy Ruiz had to say about his thoughts on this fight. And in a press conference, he says, in the past, I've been caught up on how I look and what the press say and what people tell me about how I look. And, in my last fight, it was about how I looked rather than what I actually did. And I'm about boxing. It's not about my weight. It's about boxing, boxing, boxing. So now in this fight, it's not about show. It's about substance. It's not about what I look like. It's about how I perform. So if by what Andy Ruiz is saying in this fight, Andy Ruiz is going to come in heavier. He won't come in light. It looks like he'll come in heavier. I don't know if he does videos of him being photoshopped, but he'll come in heavier. He'll come in like solid for this fight against Luis Ortiz. I still have concerns about Ruiz's durability, moving up and down the weights like he does and taking weight off dramatically. And I don't know when he suddenly decided that, it's not about what the people think. It's about actually how you perform. So I said that Andy Ruiz has always been body conscious and he's been fat shamed before. So I wasn't surprised to hear what he said in the press conference. And then Luis Ortiz, I said, you're a betting underdog. Luis Ortiz kind of looked at him and said, betting underdog? What? It's funny. Luis Ortiz is a betting underdog, but people are very quick to say that Luis Ortiz is a bogeyman. So they're very quick to switch the narrative when it suits them. When Luis Ortiz is fighting nobody, oh, he's dangerous. Everyone's ducking him. As soon as Luis Ortiz fights somebody who's decent, he's the underdog. Unless he's fighting Deontay Wilder, of course. So then, obviously, people want to see Andy Ruiz fight Deontay Wilder. That's what they want to see. So the narrative has got to be spun that Luis Ortiz is the guy that Andy Ruiz has got to beat. And nobody really wants to see Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder 3. Nobody really wants to see that fight. They'd rather see Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder, because the last fight they really wanted was Deontay Wilder against Adam Kawanaki, because Adam Kawanaki was, a few people on this channel, one in particular, was saying Adam Kawanaki was the next heavyweight champion of the world. We saw how that worked out. Then we've also heard about, just going on a side note here, Filip Hrgović. What a great fighter Hrgović was. We saw how that worked out against Zhang. So now, that's two hype chains of being absolutely kind of put on the side. So now, when we look at the situation now with Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz is like, I don't care what people think, but I tell you now, if Luis Ortiz beats Andy Ruiz, it would be the best win of his career, because he's never been a world champion, and his biggest one to date has been Charles Martin. If you look at it, Charles Martin's probably his biggest win. Yeah, it's probably his biggest win, because he didn't beat Deontay Wilder, and he's never beaten a world champion. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, he beat Charles Martin. So again, Charles Martin is his best win. So if he beats Andy Ruiz, he would have beaten a world champion, and he would have beaten a unified champion. But then, is Luis Ortiz going to get a third fight, third world title shot? That's the question. And who would it be against? I call him Ancient Ortiz, but like I said against Jay Ruiz, Ortiz looks sharp. He looks confident. He's smiling at the press conference. And both guys seem to have a real respect for one another. So it's going to be a good fight. I believe if Luis Ortiz keeps it straight, which he does, and he's left hand straight down the middle, I think he catches Ruiz as he tries to throw those hooks. I think Ruiz is going to shoot straight down the middle against Ruiz. Ruiz has got fast hands, but if he leaves himself open, like he can do when he goes for them shots, and Ortiz shoots straight down the middle, I think it could be an interesting fight. Don't be surprised if you don't see Luis Ortiz dropping Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz can knock Luis Ortiz down as well, but Andy Ruiz, his combinations are very predictable. It's left jab, right hand, left hook. That's his best punches. 1, 2, 3. That is Andy Ruiz. That is best. Left jab, right hand, left, finish it off the left hook. That's Andy Ruiz. So it's gonna be a good fight. I am an Andy Ruiz fan, and I've never been a big supporter of Luis Ortiz, because I've always thought that Luis Ortiz got a lot of hype for beating nobody, and I didn't really think he had the best durability in the world. Having said that, he took his licks against Deontay Wilder. He took his licks against he got knocked out by Deontay Wilder, but I told people he'd get knocked out by one shot by Deontay Wilder in his dream match, which he had. This fight now against Ruiz. Ruiz is a bit of a plodder as well. He's got fast hands, but he plods. I just want to see what weight he comes in at. Is Andy Ruiz going to come in heavy on the night? When those pictures were taken of Andy Ruiz, at what point were those pictures taken for Fox? And was that Andy Ruiz when he was trying to really make a certain type of weight and a certain type of look? And then he said, you know what, to hell with this. I'm going to do what makes me comfortable, because I'm not comfortable at this weight. And he started packing on the pounds again, started eating again. So I don't know, but, he said this thing at the press conference. So I'd like to know when that came in to his mindset. Did it come in early, or did it come late into his training camp? Because if it came in late into his training camp, it'll be interesting to see what sort of condition he will be in come fight night. All right, I think that's it from me. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments. As always, really appreciate it from you guys. This has been BWTM Sports. Luis Ortiz, Andy Ruiz reaction, press conference reaction video. Thank you for watching.